I think that we have a problem. I have been inspired by Passionate Kelsey to work through as much yarn as I possibly can for the month of April. Now, it is currently April 4th. I got stuck in New York for the past 4 days. I was supposed to be back already into Delaware, but that didn't happen. I'm starting this a few days late, and I'm okay with that. It's fine. I'm also market prepping, so I should be able to work through a crap ton of yarn. I have a lot of blanket yarn, and my goal is I want to start working in this room as opposed to the living room. I want to get as much yarn out of the living room as humanly possible and like start making that a more livable space and have a little bit more work-life balance. I kind of just have yarn everywhere and it's starting to just take over. Really need that to stop. It's becoming everywhere. Differences from her challenge to mine is that she uses a lot of cotton yarn and velvet yarn and smaller skeins, and I use mainly blanket yarn. And those skeins are a lot bigger. She also mainly makes tops and scrunchies and things, and I mainly make stuffies. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna just see what the difference is. I don't know if we're gonna go to May 4th or if we're just gonna go to April 31st. We're also gonna see how many days I remember to do this. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. My ADHD might get the better of me, but I think this is gonna be great. Also have like all of this. That's like, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm not even gonna open the closet door. The thing that's different too is that I wind a bunch of my yarn and have thrown out the labels. So she was collecting all of her labels in a little baggie. And since a lot of them I don't have labels for, when I finish a skein, I'm going to write it down if it doesn't have a label. I like cut up some papers and like we'll keep them that way. Got some empty drawers. So I think we're gonna just like stick them all in a drawer. Have labels, some of them don't. But I just got back again. Today is April 4th, so I think that this is a great start. And I want to work through as much yarn as possible. That way we can get more yarn upstairs from the living room. Let's go show you how bad it is down there. Not even going to talk about the office right now. We're not going to talk about that. This is my normal live space, and as you can see, like there's just yarn all like happening, and we need to like stop that, and then it just like piles here. And that needs to stop. I think that's a tote of hats that just needs to go out to the garage. This is a bag of sea turtle shells, I think. And then like the yarn is like piled up back there and it's all in that shelf back there, but like you can't even see that. There's another bag of sea turtle shells. That's great. Back over here, this is the box that I throw my finished projects into. So all of this needs eyeballs right now. This is just like miscellaneous small skeins, small balls. And then like a few random skeins in here. I think that those two also have skeins of yarn in them, but I want to turn this into like Ruthie's little area, and like we're not going to talk about that. That just, how do I let it get this bad? I don't know. This is the bag of yarn that I brought back from New York. This is the bag of yarn that I was working on from my mom's sweater. That bag is another bag of yarn that I brought in from the car. That should be able to be finished pretty quickly. And then every time I've been buying yarn, it's kind of just been getting piled in this corner. So that needs to stop. Yeah. You guys have been asking me, have I used the new baby bear colors? No, because they're piled in this corner over here. Really just piled here. Let's be really honest here. This is the other side of the couch of more yarn. Oh, look, there's another Ogo. It becomes a yarn dumping zone, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, especially while we're market prepping. So I want all of this yarn. Oh, see, here's a blanket. Like, it becomes a yarn dumping zone, and I want all of this yarn to go upstairs. What do you think, Ruthie? Do you think that we can do it? And my in-laws are coming on Monday. Oh, you're kicking me. Don't kick me. She's like, no, bitch, you can't do it. You're kidding yourself. In-laws are coming on Monday, so I would like to have it cleaned up at least a little bit by Monday, so that would be cool. But they are also staying in the yarn room. So, yeah. We're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. So along with this goal or challenge of how much yarn I can use up in the next month, I also have some goals of things that I need to market prep that I want to hit. I want to see if we can hit 100 seahorses made and 100 frogs made. And I think I want to hit, I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out what the best numbers are. Those are two of my best sellers, so I do want to hit those. I need to get back up to at least 50 ducks and 50 turtles. So those are going to be big things that we're going to be cranking out while I'm market prepping. But I want to hit the 100 frogs and sea turtles first, I think. I think that's just going to serve me really well to do those things first. And then I got to keep making sea turtles as I'm sitting here making sea turtle shells. We really just need to make as much as we can because I've got 7 markets in a row, which is insanity. Why did I do that to myself? I don't know. I need to make at least 10 elephants. I'm trying to go through in my head of the things that I'm out of. I need to make possums. I'm almost out of possums right now. I should make smaller flamingos because I only have big flamingos right now. All right, so starting off for the first day, we didn't do too bad. I was more than halfway done with this skein of color pooling, and so I just finished it off with some more sea turtle shells. Out of that skein, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half sea turtle shells. This has been my car bag and my car project for a while, and it was time to just finish it up. So I did that. Every intention of finishing one of those sea turtles with the rest of this skein. So I started making pieces to do that. And then I did this guy, and that color works really well for his eyes. And so I don't know how many of this guy I'm gonna make. So I stopped that right away because this is all of this color that I have left, and I don't know what it is, and I don't have a label, and it could potentially be from an OGO, and I'm not sure. So I stopped what I was doing. I did make this guy. This was with a skein of cloudy skies, and then I also made a seahorse, or I started a seahorse with it. And I still have a little bit left. I'm gonna make another one tomorrow because this guy's already sold. So I have this much left. I'm gonna start it tomorrow, so I'm not ready to just throw in the towel on the, or add that wrapper to the pile yet because we didn't fully finish it. And then I also started, or I didn't start, I finished this crab, but I didn't realize how much yarn was in that skein of yarn, and I'm definitely going to be getting a second crab out of this color. This yarn was fighting me tooth and nail, and my hands, by the time I was done with that, was done with crabs. It hurt so bad. So after that, I moved on to something a bit easier, and we added 2 more wrappers. I finished 2 skeins of loops and threads, yellow in the color Sunshine. Is that Sunshine? I don't know if I'm lying to you. I might be lying to you. Yeah, it's just the color yellow. So I had to make this bee for a custom order, so I figured let's just bang out some yarn. So I made this bee, I made this one, I started this one, but the blue for the rest of the buy flag is downstairs. I made a pan bee and another rainbow one, and we banged out some yellow. I'm so close to being done with this orange, but I didn't have any more yellow. It's all downstairs, and I wasn't about to go downstairs to get more of it. So we're so close to being done with this orange. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow to get rid of another skein and call that quits. So to start day 1 off, we're adding 3 labels to start. That's fantastic. I don't know if we're going to keep up with that speed, but okay. But now it's almost 4 a.m., so I'm going to go the hell to sleep now. Hello, it is now April 6th. I did not record anything yesterday. Yesterday was just a crazy, hectic day. We had an earthquake, apparently. I slept through it. Whoops. I crocheted the curly cues on these 2 jellyfish, so I used up 1 skein to do that. And then I used up the little bit left of that blue skein that we had. I really didn't have a lot of time to crochet yesterday. I had to go help out a friend. So that was really all I did yesterday, but it is now Saturday, and Bet and I ran some errands, and I've got nothing else to do for the rest of the day. So it's time to crochet. So today was a success. I lost yarn chicken on this guy, but I used up the rest of that skein. I made part of an elephant. It just needs ears, 2 seahorses, and a pig. So that used up 1 skein of baby blanket in the color Pretty Girl. Had a little bit of navy that I used to make all the pieces for this thing, and that ended up using that skein. So now I got to find something that's going to work for the belly of this sea turtle, because I thought that it was going to be enough for the pieces and the belly of the sea turtle, and it was not. So That was a fail. I had a little bit left of the Adobe for this crab. So we finished this crab in Adobe. He just needs his eyeball sewn on, but did him and finished that skein. I had this weird blue from an Ogo and I already threw them over there and I'm not getting up to go get them now, but I did 2 sea turtles in the bellies of them in that weird blue and I finished off those. So we've got a total of 1. This is weird blue, the Waverly cover story from that crab, the navy, baby blanket Adobe from that crab, and the wrapper of Pretty Girl all going into the count. That's 5 from today. That's 5. I did 5 today. Wow. Okay. For proof, those are the 2 sea turtles over there in the pile of thrown plushies. Today is April 7th. I have not crocheted like at all today. I had to clean the house and get it ready for my in-laws to be here tomorrow. So I made the claws and legs and that used up 1 full skein of this cuddly chenille discontinued. I was going to say expired. Whoo! Discontinued stuff from Michaels. So I got 1. And I think I have another skein somewhere to finish this thing. I hope. All right, well, it is currently April 9th, and yesterday I crocheted a bunch of hats. It is Christmas in April. So I worked through, what did I do? 1, 2, 3. The Christmassy skein was 4, and this white brim was 5. So 5 skeins yesterday while my in-laws were here. Dang it. So I had 4 labels. I'm gonna have to write 1 down for the gray skein. And today I'm already off to a really great start. I finished off a skein of white to make a few sets of bee wings. I did 3. I think I dropped 1. Yeah, I did 3 sets of bee wings for those bees that I made the other day. So I finished off a skein of white. So that's 1. I also don't have the label for it, so I'm gonna have to write that down. And then I started a crab and used up a skein of the Cozy Heathered for all of the legs. So we're off to a good start today. It is Wednesday, April 10th, and I am adding 0 skeins to the count for today. And I think I'm going to be adding 0 to the count for tomorrow as well, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Sorry. I had a lot of administrative stuff to do today and I just really didn't get a chance to crochet. I almost finished a full skein of pink. I made 2 pigs and I think if I would have made 1 more, I would have finished the skein, but just didn't get it. Didn't get there. So on April 11th, I made hats. So I finished 1 skein of gray and white marl on this hat. I finished 1 skein of a Karen cake for this rainbow hat. And this rainbow hat, how cute did that come out? And then I used 1 skein of this like purple sparkle on this hat. I cannot get over how pretty this hat is. So I only had 1 label for those. So I'm gonna have to write down the 2 others, the gray and white and the purple. All right, so I have absolutely been slacking on recording what I've made every day to go through. So we're gonna try to keep up as best we can. I don't know how we're gonna track what I did on what day, but today is currently, I think it's the 14th. What is today's date? I don't know. What does my computer say? It is Sunday, April 14th today. So yesterday on the 13th, I finished up these guys in button roses and I had already made the big one in button roses. So that used up, nope, that's the extra skein. Where is the label? I know I had it. Here's the label, Bernat Baby Blanket Button Roses. I made this guy and I got 2 small crabs. That used up Baby Blanket Sparkle in the color Tomato. This is the label for Rose Glow Sparkle, so I have to write that one down because this is not the label for it. All right, hang on. Sparkle Baby Blanket Tomato. For proof, they're in my bag of parts. So yesterday I used 2 skeins of Sweet Snuggles to finish up this guy while I was live with Meg. And then I used half of it to start a pig and then I lost Yarn Chicken. Even though it's not finished, I finished the skein, so it counts. 2 more to the pile from yesterday. Also yesterday, I used up 1.5 skeins of Sweet Snuggles in the color turquoise to finish 3 sea turtles. Let me go grab them. 3. 1, 2, and 3. This much left, so only one label gets added. See, it's starting to come back. Friday was my pattern release. So Friday the 12th, I did this one. So we finished that skein up yesterday. And then I also did this jumbo one in Blanket Yarn Extra that I haven't finished yet. The eyes just need to be sewn on. But how stinking cute is this jumbo crab? I'm obsessed with him. And with that, I finished one skein of Blanket Yarn Extra. So we did that, and I did a half. It was 1.5 skeins of that. So this other one does not get to go into the pile yet. I'm gonna put it over here. And then during the day, maybe it was Thursday. No, it was definitely during the day. There was one day during this week I was making pigs. And I wanted to see how many pigs I could get out of a skein. And so I finished up a skein of Blanket Yarn Sparkle, whoop, making pigs. So I got 3 out of that skein. 1, 2, 3. And then I also finished these 2 frogs. These 2 little green frogs, and this finished up another skein. This one did not have a label, so I'm gonna have to write it down into the box. I don't know which day it was. It was the day that I started working with this yarn to make a crab. I made this crab. We made this guy. He is finished. I think I might put eyes on him. I'm not sure yet. We finished this guy, and to use up the rest of the skein, I made a seahorse. He goes into the box, and I made this seahorse to use up the other skein. How cute did he come out? I'm actually really excited about him. So that used up, where did the skeins go? I think I had one more actually. Where's the other label? Found it. One more. Because I think, what does this say? This was rosewood, and rose. Yeah. So it was 2 more for the crab. That sounds right to me. It was 2 more for the crab, the 1 for the claws, and then 1 for the seahorse, and then the other frill. That. So we added 3 more on that day. All right. I feel good about this. We're chugging along. I would like to be working through a little bit more. I'm almost through a skein of blue from these turtles, but I'm not there yet. There's still a little bit more of the blue. And then I have like some little half skeins that have just been staring at me that really need to go. And I'm not getting anywhere closer to my goal of 100 frogs and 100 seahorses. So that's kind of going to be the goal right now, is I got to get those numbers up. So that's the sort of thing I'm going to work on today. So we'll see how that goes. Kind of want to know how many that was total. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that one's blank. 11. And I did make hats this week. Those are downstairs. I'm gonna have to do that in another video to go over the hats that I made on the 11th. I used up 1 more skein finishing up this guy. So this was 1 more. I got to write this one down because I didn't have the label for this, but I used up 1 more to do this guy. Today was April 14th. I finished up a full skein of Dino Dot making frogs. We used up an entire skein of green and black color pooling making frogs. And sea turtles, I used up a skein of this green doing sea turtles, and I used up the last bit of this funky blue. Started a few others like this purple and white, but I didn't fully finish it. We're gonna try to do that today. Hi there, guys. So it's been a minute. It's May. Happy May. Happy May. I failed bad. I just got really big into market prep. I was prepping so much for my shows, and the anxiety of prepping for shows just got the best of me, and I just couldn't keep track anymore. So this is what I kept track of. And then that's what I've collected from around my yarn room. So I don't quite know what we've got. Okay, so whoop. Whoa, no, stop that. These are the Cozy Heathered from those seahorses. I remember that. Blue, orange, and white. That's from the crab. This was a hat, because I can see Christmas. That was a hat. Bernat blanket. Cloudy sky. This was from crabs. What does this say? Green vomit frogs. I know what that's from. Sparkle baby blanket tomato. Okay, okay, okay. This was hats, so we'll put that in the hat pile. Loops and thread. Okay, loops and threads. Should we just count? Maybe I should just count. You don't care what they are, do you? We'll just count how many of them there are. Do you care if they're blanket yarn or not? Like, do you want to know what they are? I don't know what you want to know. What do you want to know? Blanket, 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 blanket. Sweet snuggles, sweet snuggles. Oh, right, because we did all those turtles. That makes sense. Color pooling, blanket. This was hat. Okay. Okay, that did not take me nearly as long as I thought it was going to. So what do we actually have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the ones that didn't have labels. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The pile's falling. I said 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 that I actually counted and kept track of. Okay. All right. Look at this really, really old Premier Yarn label. That's an old label. All right. So 27 I kept track of. That's not bad. I gave up halfway through the month, so that's not bad. And then what do I have in this mess? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I started making a top. It's not finished yet. 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoop. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, there's one more here, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, 25 and 27, 52, 52. If this was all done in the month, which, I mean, granted, they were found around here. Oh, I see more on the floor. 52. And that's not including ones that didn't have labels. I'm going to call it 27 because I don't know. These were probably used up here. I don't know. So since it's already May, and this is my long, long stretch of 12 million shows in a row, I'm not going to try this again in May. I've learned my lesson. Not right now. But I'm going to try this again in maybe June or July. I'm going to try this again. We also might try, either specific yarn types in one day, or maybe a week. Like, so maybe we'll do like, how much Sweet Snuggles can I get through in a day? Or how much just Bernat Blanket can I get through in a day? Because I feel like a day is a lot more reasonable for me and my brain to handle as opposed to the entire month. Because even in the, 15, 17 days that I did record, how many of those days did I not record? Because my issue here, I think my biggest problem was I go live on TikTok until 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I'm done on TikTok, I look like a zombie. And you know what I'm not going to record at 3 o'clock in the morning? A recap. It's just, the whole point of me going live is to tire my brain out enough that I can go to sleep. Not happening. So, that might work though. Do a day or a week. And then we'll try a month, maybe in June or July. Not May. May is going to be too crazy for me. But 27, can we do better than that next time? Did I meet your expectation? Did I get farther than you thought I was going to get? Tell me below in the comments. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want me to try again, tell me below. I do sell my patterns at crochetvision.com. I have a P.O. box where you can send me letters and whatever you want. I don't know. What do you want to send me? I don't know. I have a P.O. box regardless. So you can use it if you want to, or if you don't want to. That's cool too. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will try this again, and I'll try not to fail miserably like I did this one. I'm so sorry, guys. Bye. Now I get to throw all these out. Thank God. Oh, wait a minute. You know what else I gotta show you? All the space that we've made. We've made so much space. Hold on. We're not done yet. I gotta show you. Because even though I didn't keep track, we've made so much space. And that was the whole point of this video, was to like make space and clean. Watch this. Ready? Look at all the holes. There's more. So this is not as bad as it was. We're getting better. We're getting better with the extra, the blanket extra. We're getting there. There is definite holes in here. I even had to like move yarn around. Like this was all different yarn before when we started. So like that's a big win. Big win. Big win there. Big win there. Look at so many holes. There's so many holes. So many holes. So proud of myself. And then look. There's empty cubbies. There's full empty cubbies and huge holes. Amazing. Amazing. And look, you can see straight to the back now. Like, there's so much space. So much space. I do, like, drastically need to clean up in here right now because it's just becoming a drop zone again. But, like, guys, we're getting there. There's holes. There's room. There's not as much yarn downstairs right now, which is huge. We're like almost have all the yarn up here, which I did just order 12 more skeins, but like, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That's huge. I also think that we might take a day soon. Not this week, maybe not next week. Take all of it down onto the floor and then put it all back and reorganize all of it. That sounds like a really fun idea to me. Other thing I'm thinking about is taking some of these shelves, putting them in my office, and taking my desk from my office, putting it in here. I haven't decided that yet, but it's been an idea that's playing in my head. So that might happen. All right, now I'm really saying goodbye. Goodbye.
If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative